County, and this is like a story time thing. I don't really like to write jokes, plan shit. I just like to tell stories, and unfortunately, when you put yourself in an environment like your time limit, it means you have to think of all the shit that you do really quickly, or like shit from your past so you can wrap it up. So that's what I'm doing. I just came back from Texas. Don't mind the boots. I've had them beforehand. I'm not like going through a weird Red Dead Redemption phase or. I'm on like a fuck Texas phase. No offense, Sammy. I know you're from Texas, but. Oh, did you say Texas? Okay. I'm on a very fuck Texas phase right now because I had a really bad experience. I mean, I was just there for a funeral, and that wasn't why the experience was bad. Holy shit. Like, I think to myself, I'm probably one of those Californians that doesn't like Californians, and I'm not talking about like too far blue or too far, right, whatever. It doesn't matter. Now I'm talking about the people that are just like loud as shit, that can come up with like $100,000 over a house cost in cash, and it's like, what the fuck? And so I'm going to Texas, and I think, oh, I'm gonna sit right in, like, go with Texas, right? I sound like a hick, I look like a fucking hick. Maybe they'll fucking dig it, whatever. No, they don't give a fuck. Turns out they hate Californians more than you could possibly imagine hating Californians. And I thought they just didn't like Okies. Because, nobody fucking likes Okies. Like, you don't want to run into an Okie unless you have like a flat tire and you don't know how to fix that motherfucker. Like, they're so scary, right? Anyways, so, they are. That's my father-in-law. You would say hi. But, like, I got my rental car totaled after this accident. I mean, fucking flipped me off the curb, did a 360. This dude was driving a Ram, and I get out and I'm fucking dazed. I didn't hit the glass with my head or anything, but like I'm already have a back injury, so that shit fucking hurt. And I'm dazed, and I get out and I'm like, fuck, people are gonna think I'm drunk or something. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, this truck is just like barely blown in. This fucking Malibu they gave me is totaled. It took an hour and a half. I'm 5 minutes from the airport. I can see Houston, George Bush. Like, I'll fucking walk there. I don't care. Took an hour and a half for the cop to show up, which I thought, like, that's like Oakland response time. What the fuck are you doing? Right? Is there like 3 people in Texas that are police officers? And they just have the sheriff to drive the distance? Thank you. I saw the red light, which means I gotta wrap it up. Which is fine, because, damn. Cop shows up, he's like, let me see your driver's license. And I'm like, all right, cool, we're playing this game. And he's like, oh, California. And I'm like, yeah. You know how much you guys like us? And he's like, oh, and you're funny. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is the day that I get tased. By a fucking cop. Like, I just got my ass rocked. And like, this cop is just like Superman and hates Californians. And I'm here now and I'm probably getting fucked. And so I just tried to bite my lip and shut the fuck up and be as like as nice as possible. Dude told the other guy, like, oh, you can go away, I'm gonna handle this. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because the wreckers that came to get the fucking rental truck, they're like playing craft to figure out who's gonna get my fucking rental car. I'm like, is the cop in on this shit? Like, we can just blow you off the fucking road in Texas? I don't know how the fuck it goes. It's crazy. Cop comes back, gives me a ticket. I got a $409 citation for inciting an incident.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, how's that work? And he's like, well, you can come back to the court date, and I'll be there. You can be sure of that. And you can fight it. And I'll be like, I don't know if it's going to be hard to believe, but you bet your ass I'm never fucking coming back here. And he's like, no, I get it. He's like, so you're going to pay this ticket is what you're going to do, or you'll have a warrant for you. And I'm like, what's the ticket for? And he's like, well, in the state of Texas, if there's an accident, the on-duty officer gets to find who's at fault, and I deem that you're at fault. And I'm like, how the fuck is that? And he's like, well, okay, I see the time. How the fuck is that? He's like, well, if you weren't here, the accident wouldn't have happened. And I'm like,
Oh, wow.
don't do it, Tony. So everyone knows I'm a fucking hothead. It's like, don't fucking do this. Because he'll probably not even go for the taser. He'll probably just fucking drop me. He'll be like, all right, we got another California today. that was my recent experience, and I'm still pissed off about it. Anyways, thank you for your time.
Woo!